Today I have seen three visions. One, a huge weight on the shoulders of fathers. You want to push your child upwards for greatness. You will say Amen. That's every father's desire, to push the child upwards for greatness. In fact, we want to make them greater than ourselves. This is put into a father's spiritual DNA. He wants to make his children greater than himself. Sometimes the coach may struggle with this, to see someone playing better than him. That he gets 100 in so many overs and his protege gets 100 less than him, I'm sure he's struggling. But fathers are not like that. When the son or daughter is doing better than him, he rejoices. So it is put into the father, by God the Father, this action of stretch and push. But if we have a weight on our shoulders or on our heart, can we push up our children? We can't, because we are handicapped. We are handicapped with a burden. So Hebrews 12 says, let the weight that wears down and the sin that entangles us or catches us be set aside. So during this message, this is first goal. Every weight that you feel that is hampering you from pushing your child up to greater greatness than, you will say greater greatness than we have known, today the Lord will remove. Now some of that weight could be some misgivings you have, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, let that go away. Some of that misgiving will be about what your parents couldn't do for you or should have done, let that also go away. At present, it's a weight you carry, and what are we going to do about that weight? We want to push it away so that we can push our children Godward, greatness word as much as possible. Will you say Amen for it? Amen is the Hebrew word which means let it be true. So you have heard Christians always saying Amen. Not that because they don't like to say Amen, but because the Amen, the Hebrew word means let it be true. The prayer we said, let it be true. Second vision I saw was, I was quite amazed by it. I want to read this scripture from Psalm 139. David the father reminiscing on God the Father. Now David was the king of the country, and he was reminiscing on God the Father when he was much older. These are his reminiscences, remembrances, Psalm 139. In this, I want to show that God the Father, when He called you to be God's friend, like Abraham, God's friend, and David, a man after God's own heart, though in one terrible incident he failed, for most of his life he had a heart after God. When God the Father looks for friends, people to whom He can put His heart, that they may carry His fatherhood as He carries. So paternity is biological, fatherhood is spiritual. We'll say the paternity is biological, fatherhood is spiritual. Paternity is a biological thing, but fatherhood comes from God, even to those who do not know God the Father, because this is such an imperative in the world, as Manik said. Even when those who do not know God come together, there is the young man gets born again to sacrifice, and Vilman brought it out in his testimony so well, to become father. The young man, ambitious young man who had no time to stop, he stops for a long while when the daughter is born or the son is born, and that's the natural born again with his marriage. Then of course we know fathers, men graduate with the first child born, and then they get their postgraduate qualification with the grandchild being born. So we who are grandfathers, we can put our colors up because we have got a PhD, the postgraduate qualification. Some of you are earnestly waiting for it, but we have to start by being father first. You can't become grandfather without becoming father first. This is what I saw from Psalm 139 as David remembered how God views everything. So I want you to view yourself, see your children now. Some of them are 21. Some of us have children who are married. Some of our children are in that critical 18 to 19, when they are about to enter their profession, choosing their career. And some of those children are in that 14, 15 age, when they know the world at their fingertips, and the fingertips often is a thing like that, and they know the world, and they do the Marco Polo thing, they do the Christopher Columbus thing, they do the Magellan thing, these were explorers, they do the David Livingstone thing with them. They've gone all over the world, isn't it? They're so powerful, so at the age of 14 and 15, they can teach father many things. I want you to look at your child, where the child is. If you can take a retrospect view from the days, early days, now you are, today is an impartation. What's the first impartation? Weights, out you go. Sorry I shouted, but I really want every weight that pushes you down, when you want to stretch and push your child up to God's fullest potential. So, second part of my message is, fathers are called to make our children great. Fathers are called to make our children great. How great? Not in comparison to some other child. Greatness is making them great to the fullest potential God has. Did you understand? So no, you are not taking any regrets home today. You are going to get a good stretch, fathers to be, and fathers who have been for a long time, fathers like me. We are going to get a full stretch. Confidence, faith, hope and charity into our hearts, that our shoulders are still able, our spiritual muscles are still able, the strength of our heart is still able to push our children into the greatness God has given to them. So we are going to get the weights out so that our stretch muscles, in bodybuilding, but this change comes. In bodybuilding, stretch muscles are the difficult thing. So springs, difficult. This weightlifting is easier. So we want to get this stretch into our spiritual muscles, spiritual fiber, spiritual constitution. Second thing, I want you to pick it up carefully in your spirit. God the Father, as the child is born, now you are looking from that day, some of your children are 12, some are 10, 8, 6. Early years, vision is easy. After 12, 14, when the child is passing 12, to take vision, you absolutely need a close walk with God. If you understood that, just give me a wave. I'll repeat it. Up to 12, there's a certain natural vision with which you see, isn't it? You see your child growing up to 12. After that, what will happen? After that, how are you going to push? After that, how are you going to keep momentum? You need God the Father to help you discover the particular gift God has put into your child. James 1:17 says, every good and perfect gift. Say with me, every good and perfect gift. Good and perfect gift comes from the Father of light, in whom there is no variation or shadow that shifts. Father in heaven is committed to the gift and the call and the stretch and the potential. Say with me, gift and the call, stretch and the potential, God the Father put into your child. Because He gave you that child, He gave you all the equipment and wherewithal to get your child to the full potential God the Father has. Did you understand that? Will Melanga and Priyal come please soon? Yeah. If you come soon, the waistline will go down. Okay. Now, you're older, isn't it? So you're okay. I'm God, okay? You are my son. What do you think about that? What does the smile mean? Okay. No. Now, and Priyal is your son. Now, God the Father gives, now you have to imagine your child. You really imagine your child. I have already said, till the age of 12, it's not difficult to take natural vision for your child. You know what vision means? Where the child is going. You can visualize. After 12, God the Father, who gave this son to you, begins to use His telescopic vision. God has a vision for this child Priyal. And God the Father is looking through this father into what the child is going to be. And though we think we are striving, it is actually the grace of God that is flowing through us to make that son to all what God has put into this son or daughter. Did you, if you understood this, just wave your hand, but I'll explain again. There's a telescopic view which is called the eye view of God the Father, working through this father into this son. I think Priyal is too big to get this vision. Sarin, will you come, darling? Just come up the stage. Thank you, but we need a smaller, you know, he's finding it difficult to visualize, though I can. Okay, thank you. Now, or shall we take your father for it? Might be natural, isn't it? Thank you. I'm redoing the allegory. Hiran, will you come? Sorry. Sanira, yes. And this is Hiran. So, God the Father gave Hiran, what's your wife's name? Shehara. Sent Sanira. Now, God the Father sees all what God the Father has put into Sanira. Now, Sanira is 14? 15. Now, God the Father is seeing through, feeling through, loving through Hiran for the full potential in Sanira's life to grow up. I'm telling you, after the age of 12, you need the eyesight, vision sight, and passion, wisdom, light of God the Father flowing through you to get this son or daughter into the full potential God has. That's why it's so helpful when God the Father can work with us. Some fathers, before they come to know, they catch and they miss. I'm telling you, it's a 50-50 thing. Catch and miss. Because there is a fatherhood naturally given. But once you come to know Christ and God the Father is working through you easily with your compliance, with your willingness, then every time what God has for your son, you don't have to miss. What God has for your daughter, you don't have to miss. So pray with me. Father in heaven, hereafter, I don't want to miss anything you have for my son, for my daughter. Please help.